So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, Thank you for joining this very special summertime estate sale preview. I'm also live on Instagram. I'm going to have those folks head over to YouTube so you can watch this live stream if you're interested in seeing some of the yummy miniatures that are going to be available in my upcoming estate sale, which actually has already started. So first of all, thank you for joining. Welcome to my live. If you're just joining, please say hello in the comments section. Tell me where you're joining from. And tell me if you're shopping the sale or if you're just here to maybe take a look at some of the yummy miniatures. So with that, I will actually like to start off by saying that if you don't know who I am an unapologetic miniaturist. I love all things tiny, and I promote miniatures every chance I can get, but I also do sell miniatures through estate sales and auctions, which is what we're here for. So I work with families, I work with collectors who are looking to downsize their collections, or families of people who may have moved on and are looking for really special homes for those treasures where they are honored, their collectors are honored, the artisans are honored, and the miniatures end up in a really, really good home. So that's really, in a nutshell, what I do. I also love miniatures. It's my passion. So tonight, or today, or wherever you are joining from, please do say hello in the chat box if you're just joining. And folks over on Instagram, come on down, join me on the YouTube or even Facebook for this live show and tell. But before I do that, let me share a few of the things that have been going on in terms of the promotion. I just had a wonderful podcast today. It's now live on my YouTube channel. The replay is with Daniel Oval Costal. He's originally from Spain, living in London, and he's doing his PhD on the LBGTH community and finding wonderful designs and architecture that will help expand and improve their lives. And so we had this really great talk about how he used the Dollhouse to help his thesis. It ended up being just this great talk about model making versus miniatures. Head over to go and see that. It is now on my YouTube channel. I put all the links in the comments section, so check that out. I know we'll go through some of the other Meet the Miniaturists that have been that I've gone through recently. Hi Instagram. Head over to my YouTube so you can watch the live stream show and tell. This is Taylor Laffensweiler from Brooklyn. Amazing miniaturist. He's a graphic designer by trade, but all of those skills are transferring just marvelously into some of the structures that he's building, and we had a great chat. So check that out. I also talked to Rosetta Greek out from the West Coast in Seattle. She's actually, her day job, she's like the lead makeup artist for the Seattle Opera Company. But she's also a super talented miniaturist, and she's doing some awesome work there. So we got a chance to talk to her and see some of her incredible work. Jeff Swim has an amazing workshop where he works out of, I believe, in the New England area, Colorado. Anyway, check his work out. Amazing miniaturist woodworker. And then finally, Gosia Sachadalska from Poland. Hi, Instagram. Head over, please. Watch me on the YouTube. Gosia is an amazing food artist in small scale. Check out my podcast with her. But really what we want to talk about today is we want to preview some of the super yummy miniatures that are right now at auction on in my eBay store. It's happening now. The sale ends on Sunday, this Sunday, the 13th. So hopefully you're watching this before then, so you can get in on the action. 7 p.m. Eastern time is when the bidding closes, during that hour. And most of the miniatures in this estate sale are from a woman in Japan who has been collecting for more than 50 years. And so she's looking to downsize. As you can imagine, she probably has lots of miniatures. And she has some beautiful things. And this is just some of them. The idea is she's downsizing on her own time. Good for her. And so we're going to pulse through as she downsizes some of her collection. This estate sale has about 100 lots. I think about 80 of them are hers. And then it's shared with another West Coast collector who's also looking to downsize. So the theme here overall is high quality and artisan pieces, several pieces from Japanese artists, which I'll take you through in a second. But also a lot of very high quality Bespaq pieces. If you're not familiar with Bespaq, Bespaq is a quality miniature manufacturer. They're no longer in business, so their miniatures are harder to find. And I would argue some of their earlier miniatures, what we would call the vintage pieces, maybe the ones were 80s and the 90s. Hey, Catherine, good to see you. From the 80s and the 90s, I would argue they're better designs, they're better made, they're more handcrafted. So we talk about manufactured Bespaq, that means that they're not single one of a kind pieces. They are made in bulk. By bulk, I mean 50 pieces, 100 pieces. We're not talking thousands and thousands. And so some of the older pieces are harder to find. And so what is so great about this is not only are these vintage Bespaq pieces, but they are some of the more interesting pieces, and some I haven't even seen before. So let me just expand this page, and I'm going to show you one live. I'm going to show you a live piece. But so, when I talk about, high quality, hope you can still hear me. Make sure you can just hear me. Pop that in the comment section if you're still hearing me. I know you're not seeing me. So what is so special about these pieces is unique designs, one of a kind, a lot of hand painted. And so what I mean by that, and I will, here. There I am. So when I talk about hand painted, a lot of the earlier pieces, not only are they well proportioned, good designs, but hey guys, go on to the YouTube. I'm over there. I'm just talking to Instagram. So this is just an example of one of the earlier pieces. And what is so amazing about this is that, all of this is hand painted work. It might have been, mostly were made in the Orient. Hold on. I hope you can see that. I don't want the glare to get in, but look at the hand painted work on the front, and then look at the side panel. So this, look at that. You can see that it's better. So the design is beautiful. It's all hand painted. Thank you, Catherine. And that's indicative of some of the earlier designs. I'm just going to give you another example of one of the earlier designs. And again, this was new to me. When I saw this piece, I did not think it was Bespaq. I was looking for an artist signature, and then whoop, Bespaq came up. But this is a classic, I'd say Chippendale dresser. But look, what's so special about this is the proportions are absolutely divine. The details, fabulous. The little broken pediment and the eagle on top are lovely, but I'm just struck by the overall design and the proportions. And of course, another really great thing about this collection is that the pieces are in really good condition. So it's good to know. Hi, Instagram. So Bespaq is probably one of the highlights of this collection. Let's go to the next slide. There are, I'm still looking for Fireplaces by Derek Perkins. I'm kicking myself for not buying more. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know who Derek is. That's a new name for me. So as I mentioned, there's 2 collectors that are featured in this sale. So there's a whole bunch of beautiful porcelain pieces as well as jasper ware, which I don't know much about jasper ware, but it's kind of feels like Wedgwood. It's got that unglazed look and feel to it. So it's got a matte effect. It's got a matte effect. It's unglazed. These are by Vince Stapleton. He's been working in the business for a long time. I don't know if he's making miniatures anymore, but his work is incredible. I'm going to show you one more time. And I want to make sure it focuses. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? That is just beautiful. Beautiful. Derek Perkins. That's a new name. And this is an example of Vince Stapleton's porcelain. Look at the bird motif. That is, I'm assuming it's hand painted on the front and then glazed with a porcelain finish. It's just beautiful, 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 beautiful. I don't know why it's not. There you go. That's pretty clear. And this happens to have a beautiful, I would say, a seafoam green color. It's hard to say. And I think it might be a seafoam green because the handles on here are dolphins. Crazy. So there are several Vince Stapleton pieces in this sale, as well as absolutely divine, delicious, probably some of the best porcelain I've ever seen. I actually thought this was a different maker, but I believe I have been corrected by one of my buyers. It is signed CV, but I thought this was Christopher Whitford, and they're telling me it's not. It looks to me like a Christopher Whitford. It's as good in terms of quality, and I mean it's potato paper thin. It is beautiful. So I don't know who CV is, but he is just as good, or she is just as good as Christopher Whitford, and the porcelain is some of the best I've ever seen. So there's that piece, and I'm going to show you one more piece, which is that's a flat plate. Oh wow, hello. Okay. And then this is a bowl. Just incredible work. Look at I guess that's a fleur-de-lis design. Absolutely stunning hand-painted work. This is probably highlight for me of this estate sale. These 2 pieces, they're just beautiful and divine and lovely. And hey, Cable Knitter from NYC in my backyard. I'm up in Yonkers. Good to see you. So there are a couple of art dolls in this assortment, in this estate sale. There's a couple of Marcia Backstrom. If you guys are art character doll buyers or collectors, there's 2 Marcia Backstrom dolls that are incredible. Really, really incredible. I mean, all her work is incredible, but and then there are some other art dolls, but for the most part, this is porcelain, hand-blown glass. And then the other piece is that on the far right is more of a rare assortment. This is a 7-piece, 12th scale, hand-painted closet. So there are several components to this, which includes cabinets, which have opening doors and drawers, and there's a hat stand in the middle. It is an what is so amazing. What is so amazing about that that closet is all of the pieces are there to make a dream closet in miniature, and it's such a girly girl, beautiful, dreamy design. It's all hand painted. It's white and pinks and blues. I mean, it is just, you can really just have your dream closet with this. And I'm not trying to hard sell it, but it's so wonderful to have all of these pieces in one place. So go look at that. What else? Let us go on to, actually, on that subject, girly, let me show you. There's a couple of pieces also in this estate sale by Aida Pravia, and I wish I knew her name better, but she does incredible hand painted furniture pieces, armoires, and cabinets. And then there's this, which is an incredible hand painted vanity toilet. I'm not a vanity toilet, vanity and sink vignette, I would say. So also embellished on the sides, hand painted on the front, beautiful detail here. All this is hand painted finishing, which gives sort of like an aged look. And then you've got all of this fun, all the fun accessories. And like I said, that was the vanity, but there is actually a toilet that goes with it, which is amazing. It's amazing. Let's see. Hold on. I want to get that in there. Hold on. There it is. Tell me that's not just beautiful. It's beautiful. Even the lid, the toilet lid is painted. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there's that set that's also in this sale. And then one more thing on the subject girly is, I mentioned that there are Japanese artists who are featured in this sale. And, one of the things about the Japanese artists is that they're hard to find. Japan is a really nice market for making miniatures and collecting miniatures, but it's harder for us in the United States to either find them and actually get their miniatures for whatever reason, whether it's difficult to buy and sell and communicate and to ship and all of that. But also the really, really strong Japanese makers, they have their buyers already. So they're not reaching out. So it's hard to find. They're hard to get really good Japanese miniatures. But look at this. This is by a Japanese maker and it's unsigned. But it's an entire ladies' wardrobe. Not ladies' wardrobe. It's a ladies' shop window. I'm sorry about all the glare, but just know that everything inside this window is an assortment of beautiful clothing, lingerie, accessories, hats, and from what I'm told, which is another good thing about this, is everything is lightly glued down. So that means it's removable. But this is being sold as an entire vignette, and the top comes off, which is a really nice feature. So you can get in there, not only to add stuff, but maybe to take stuff out and do whatever you want with it. So I love this piece so much, and I can't wait to find a new home for it. But isn't that nice? What do you guys think? Hello, Australia. World of Dollhouses and Miniatures. Wow. Hello. Is that the group? World of Dollhouses and Miniatures? I'm not sure. But hey, Australia, good to see you. So yeah, why don't I take some questions? Hi, Northern Ireland. I've been working on my first ever miniature project. Beautiful. Very nice. Awesome work. Very nice. Good to hear. Welcome to your new obsession. If you're on Instagram, we're on YouTube. Come on over there. I'm sharing some of the yummy miniatures that are part of my upcoming estate sale, which I will remind you that bidding ends this Sunday. Bidding ends Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's the first time I'm using this little thing where I get to write something on the screen. Anyway, I'm playing with my new technology. So let's go to the next. Okay, I talked a little bit about the pottery and the porcelain. These are some additional designs, and of note, more jasperware in different colors, greens and blues. But then there is that beautiful pink with a bird motif. Beautiful, just beautiful. Oh no, we're not done yet. I'm going to show you one more thing. So another really special feature in this the sale is work by George Becker. Mostly did work in the 80s and the 90s. I don't know if he's still around. But his work was mostly around musical instruments in small scale. And what makes his work so special is he used all hardwood. Okay, so this actually, it's my understanding that this is rosewood, and everything is hand carved. Look at the beautiful, beautiful detail of this organ. And then these are all, I'm assuming brass, but definitely metal. And then all the way down to the intricate molding down here. And then the foot pedal, everything has, I want to say movement, but just beautiful. So there's this piece in this, and also a spinet and a harp. And I'm just really fortunate to have work by George Becker in this sale, because, I mean, you know, there's something so unique about this. It's not perfectly proportioned or representative of the full scale. There's something wildly artistic about his work, that makes it so special. The sizing and the proportions are right, but there are design elements here that I think he takes leeway with, that makes these pieces just so special, just incredibly special. Melanie, still looking for fireplaces. Okay, very nice. And so, oh yeah, you're an admin of World of Dollhouse and Miniatures. I love that. Let me see, I'll just finish up with one more piece, which is also by a Japanese artist. And again, it's not signed. But there are a number of food miniatures in this sale as well. And I have 2 food tablescapes. One is all of bakery items, and then the other is all bread and cheese. So this is the bakery items, and I'm just trying to get this to focus. So I'm gonna get out of the way. Come on. There it is. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? There is so much going on. Look at that. Look at that tiered cake. And I think there's fruits here. There's a box of, and then I love all this skirting that's happening. I love the back too. Even the back is special. So I guess this is sort of maybe, an event. This would be a dessert tray station for an event. Now that it's hitting me now, it's taken me a while. But does anybody have any questions about the sale? Just remember, the sale is happening right now. I'm going to go ahead and plop in my details again so you can find the sale. Why is that happening? I've got an error. Let's do that again. So it's happening right now in my eBay store. I just shared all of the important links. So you can not only find my Meet the Miniaturists, but you can also find, please do like and subscribe. That helps a lot with the algorithm. Head over to my eBay store and make sure you save that store, because then you'll know where to go back and shop. So that's just a little, tip, if you will. So thank you for joining this very special preview of my upcoming estate sale that's happening on Sunday. Bidding ends 7 p.m. If you have any questions offline, please do reach out to me. And also, if you have a collection that you're looking to sell, or if you're looking to downsize, do reach out and let us chat. And with that, I will thank you for joining, and have a great rest of your night, everybody, or day. Okay, bye.